It's good afternoon. This is Janet McElligott in Los Angeles, California. And I've come on to talk about something that I think is laughable. The terrorist group, the Rapid Support Forces, which used to be known by the name of the Janjaweed, announced a new government, and the government to take control of the Sudan. This might be one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in a long time. The RSF is a designated terrorist group, and in no world can I see the United Nations ever inviting the Janjaweed, which, by the way, for those of you who've paid attention to Sudanese politics for a few years, Janjaweed means devils on horseback. They are responsible for the genocide going on right now in Darfur and the food insecurity of about 25 million people. We see the children of Gaza and our hearts go out to them. The children of Sudan look the same. It's pathetic. And these people that declared themselves the rulers of Sudan, I'm sorry if I'm laughing, but if they declared themselves the rulers of Sudan as they're losing. This is a very feeble attempt at legitimacy that just isn't going to work. You do have, I'm sorry, but it's funny. You do have some governments that are coming out and saying, oh, good for you. Mohammed Dagalo, who people call Hamiti, meaning little Mohammed. But you have to realize that they have a vested interest in looking like they know what they're doing. And that especially goes to the United Arab Emirates. The quartet, which Rubio called in Washington as a way to, quote unquote, get a settlement for the Sudanese war, is made up of the foreign ministers of Egypt, of Saudi Arabia, the US obviously, and the UAE. The UAE has funded this group. And I think that this is a very feeble attempt at trying to force the Sudanese armed forces to come to the table and sit equally with the terrorist group. And the people of Sudan are never going to allow it. But I want to send us back to school for just a minute, now that I'm kind of over laughing, because it is the most ridiculous thing ever. So people wonder, why should we pay attention to the Sudan? I'm going to show you something. This is a map. Now, if you look at this map, you will see this is Saudi Arabia, this is the Arabian Peninsula. You've got Sudan right there, okay? Now, oops, I kind of screwed that up by touching it, I think. The Sudan is on the Red Sea, and the Red Sea itself is very important for global traffic. And because the Sudan is on the Red Sea, you have to understand that they control, along with Egypt, the south mouth of the Suez Canal. And if you go to just AI and go to Google and you ask to see a map of the Suez Canal trading routes, what you will see is this tiny little bit on a map. It's much bigger in person, obviously, and how it changed global traffic. So to allow and to say, let's let the RSF control Sudan also means they control global traffic. Do you want a terrorist group controlling global traffic? Because if you don't have that tiny bit through the Suez Desert, or through the Sinai Desert, that allows for ships to basically pass through the desert, it adds between 35 and 45 days to any transit vessel. And that means your oil wells or your oil ships and tankers have to go around the Horn of Africa. And those are treacherous waters, believe me. The Suez Canal was something that changed history globally, just like the Panama Canal did. So you take that away and you add billions of dollars to our consumer goods. You add billions of dollars to any military that needs to reposition in that area. So let's go back to this ridiculous, it's hard to keep a straight face when you talk about a terrorist group being applauded. Believe me, the people of Sudan will kill them themselves if they try. And that's what's been going on. So this idea of not allowing the Sudanese armed forces to finish the job just isn't going to happen. And a terrorist group run by a coward, Hamiti is a coward. Most of this 2.5 years that have been through just horrible times for the Sudanese people, he has been completely AWOL. Where has he been? It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? We don't know. We don't know where Hamiti is because he's a coward. He hasn't shown his face, and yet he's declared himself the head of this new terrorist government. I implore you, especially in Washington, know that the people behind this move are the same ones that were here during the Clinton years and the Obama years. These are people who are screwing up Africa. Official Washington, all you Republican friends of mine, don't let them. Stand up and know that Sudan has the answers for many of the problems we have with rare earth minerals, with oil, with uranium, with gold, and stability. Why don't we look at the armed forces as a partner in peace? Why don't we help them finish the job they started? And don't let the Democrats run Africa. That's a huge mistake. Huge, massive. And to the people of Sudan, I can't imagine running anything except him being run out of town. That's how I see it. Thanks.